Hello everyone, Krydex here. Welcome back to our Anno 1800 gameplay. I almost said Angel Bob's Omni, but that was a super long time ago. I guess it had the A in it. But yeah, so we left off somewhere in the middle of the workers kind of section of our play. I'll see someone bought shares. So we've got workers, we've got farmers. We're still a little ways away from having artisans, which is the next tier. I also should probably build a police station. I don't know. I actually do I have riots? My people are happy. I don't feel like that's going to be a big issue.
Whatever you do, master.
We're running out of fish. I said Angel Bob's Omni in one of my Nolius ones. I just can't remember half the time. It becomes muscle memory, and I literally can't do anything about it. It's hilarious. Yeah, everyone say hi, YouTube, and YouTube say hi, Twitch. Though you'll be a little delayed. So I can also build gunboats, which are necessary to protect and if I wanted to military take over an island. But that's not a big deal yet. And yeah, so you also need to start producing guns. So that's the next big thing I need is steel beams. So we've got bricks, but steel beams are used in a lot of buildings as well. We need that for, I think, the soap chain. Yeah, we need steel beams for soap. So you need coal and iron. What's interesting is some islands have a coal deposit, but you don't get the building to mine coal until artisans. You have to use charcoal kilns, which are essentially they just use trees to make coal. So it's kind of like collecting wood, pretty much. So I'm gonna build these out, kind of away from everything, because they do need their area. So I'll build 2 of them. It's become less attractive. Well, I don't really care about that. And I am gonna use the paved streets. Hopefully those can reach.
Stand to attention for the boss.
Looks like they can. Yeah, so you can pollute the island with things like slaughterhouses, pig farms. Oh, that's not pollution. That's ugly. And then pollution is a thing too. So that reduces your attractiveness as a city. But that'll get us some charcoal. We're looking at 4 per minute with that, which matches a single iron mine. Which I think we'll eventually need both, but we'll start with this one. And at this point, I'm just only going to build paved streets. It's just a lot easier that way. Okay, so we've got 4 iron, 4 charcoal. That needs 2 furnaces. And I do want to build all this stuff pretty dense because eventually we're going to have electricity. And that increases productivity of everything. Don't worry, Dave. The pollution isn't as annoying to deal with. Okay, so we need 2 furnaces. That'll be 4 steel per minute, and then steel beams. I would need to build 3 of these to use up all of that steel. I will just start with 1 though, because they use a crap ton of workers, and I don't even have that many workers. We are having some population issues here, actually.
What brings you here, master?
Okay, do I need another fishery? I don't know what the heck. I'll just build 1 more. Oops. Yeah, that still connects. What the heck did I do here? I guess I don't really need that anymore because I have this other street. Okay. We're out of all the peoples. That's not good. So can't upgrade because they're not happy. How am I still out of work clothes? Work clothes, I'm getting how much per minute? I'm getting 6 per minute. That should be enough for 1950 population. So work clothes should be fine. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it'll just take a minute to catch up. I definitely need some more peoples here. So that'll boost up the farmers. But then I need a lot more workers. The nice thing is soap will bring in more workers, and so will a school. I already have all the luxury needs met. So, in fact, if I can build a school now, then that would... Oh, I need 20... Okay, I need some iron beams for that. Or steel beams. That would give me a lot more workers, too. And so with soap, but we need beams. Okay, so work clothes somehow are not keeping up, even though they really should be. So let's do some more work clothes, just to make sure we've got enough. Now wool we have a bunch extra of, which doesn't make sense to me. Because doesn't this produce... Yeah, this produces every 15. So these all together make 8. This uses 2 each, so that's using 6, and this was using... Oh, I guess it was short on workers, but... Technically, I should be overusing wool now. So we'll see if that ends up happening. So like when we look at our production here, we should see wool being in the negative. How are we producing 11? That doesn't make sense. That should be 8. Did I build another sheep farm that I forgot about? Nope. Let's go back to fast speed. I'm very confused on how we're getting 11. Each of these should be 4. That was the only sheep farm on the whole island. So how on earth am I getting 11? Four plus 4 is 8. I was pretty sure of that. But clearly I'm missing something. Oh my gosh, this warehouse is getting wrecked. Let's throw another warehouse in here, just because we need it. Yeah, we got lots of bricks and a crap ton of timber. So what we could do as soon as we have a little bit more steel beams is settle another island. It really doesn't cost you anything, and it's good to just have some more islands. Unless someone tries to like take me over with military, it's not going to be a liability. So I can also set up trade routes. For example, if I wanted to start selling timber, I don't have trade rights with pretty much anyone, except you can always trade with this dude, Archibald, and he would love to buy coal off me. He can actually sell me steel beams or bricks, and then he'll buy anything. So if you're willing to set up a trade route, you can kind of send whatever extra resources you have towards him. I believe she's the same way. Yeah, she'll buy anything. And this dude, prison dude, really wants soap. So selling a lot of soap to him is actually a decent way to make some money. It's fairly profitable. But yeah, everything else you can just be like, oh, well, I'll set up a trade route. I did build a schooner, as it looks like it's spelled. So like I could go from here, or create route, trade route, go from here to there, and we would load up, you know, stuff we have extra of, like timber, for example. And you can do up to 2 squares of it, and then we unload timber. And then that will basically do everything I want it to do. We'll set turmoil onto that trade route. And then the other thing you need to do is set a minimum stock. And so that will keep ships from grabbing more than that from your building. And then an easier way to sell things is you can just hit sell, and it'll sell above, 100 or whatever. And that's called passive trade. So sometimes the other players will send boats to your harbor and just buy those off of you. The problem is it's not always consistent what people buy and what they don't buy, and so setting up your own trade route ensures you can sell stuff, but there you go. And as far as the sell price, again, it's really annoying. You can't even find out until you sell it. Where's the ship? Oh, it's up here.
Ships don't really.
Nope, that's her ship. Where's my ship?
Ready for
There it is. So, why does it not tell you the dollar worth right there? It should. It doesn't. The only way you can figure it out is if you go to here, and you actually, it still doesn't tell you until you click on sell. You have to click on sell, and then it'll say, okay, selling price is 4. But why can't it just tell you that without having to click the sell button? It's so frustrating.
Workforce
Anyway.
shortage.
Schooner reporting.
So we'll go,
What
so
a
this,
favor for a favor.
no thanks. I don't want to do delivery quest. So I'll watch this just to check, but I'm pretty sure it'll still sell for 4. So this will just be 400 when we sell it, but I want to watch to check. And I do need some upgrading here. So that should help with my worker problem.
New orders.
New orders. So yeah, the other question that you have to ask yourself is it even worth it? Because sometimes I think it's not to sell stuff. Like we'll do the quick and dirty math, but if timber only sells for 4, does that even pay for the maintenance costs on the buildings? Which it might not. I can't remember. So then it could be that selling items is actually to your detriment. Let's see what we get. Yeah, 400.
Aye.
So it sells for whatever that price is that you'd get from your home harbor. So if we were to imagine, is that even worth it? The maintenance cost, essentially to get 4 timber, is going to be 20 money. 20 money. And as we just found out, the amount you sell for timber for is only 16. Dave, I believe you do not, because that was actually a setting in the difficulty settings that we turned off. Or, so, well, it's off by default on the normal difficulty, which is that idle buildings cost maintenance. So what that means is we should not have this trade route, because it's just a waste of money to sell timber. Yeah, and then wood sells for 2, so that's a waste of money too. So it's actually better to just let it cap out. Too many transports, that means it's time to upgrade. How are all the other warehouses doing? Probably okay. This one maybe? Yeah, that one needs some help. Okay, so how are we doing with happiness? We still need soap. Oh, and a school. But it looks like all the other stuff is back up to good. Let's see. So a school is in the workers section. School. I need 20 steel beams for that, so can't quite build that yet. Wait, where? Oh, okay, all ships. There we go. I was like, my ships didn't die again somehow, did they? I need some more exploring here. And he's not really on a trade route, so we can
Adjust the sail.
explore a bit. But I think there's probably one more big island or two in this area, and that's going to be it. And this is just in the old world. So that's something we haven't talked about yet, is eventually you unlock the new world, which is a whole nother map. And you essentially can build different resource chains there, and you have to set up trade between the old world and the new world. That's pretty crazy. So that's a whole thing you gotta deal with. Yeah, there's Big Island. Okay. Soap. Soap is the next thing we need. And then I think we'll have pretty much everything. Except a school. Do I want school first or soap first? Let's do school first because it's free to increase the amount of workers I have. So we'll increase...
Trade agreement between competitors has ended.
2 workers per building. So that'll get me some more workforce. And then soap will get me some more money too. Alright, let's throw some extra income on here, why not? It kind of breaks down your different costs of everything, if you are interested in seeing all that. Let's see. I actually want to start buying shares of an island. How expensive are your shares? 83 grand. Okay, we don't have that kind of dough. What are we doing otherwise? Okay, what about fish? Are fish worth selling?
It's wise to be ready to move on.
So fish cost 20 per fish, if I'm reading that correctly. Okay, this music is actually very annoying to me. I think you can turn it off. Incident music, disable. So what was I? Oh yeah, fish. They probably don't sell for 20. Yeah, they sell for 16. So, not worth it. Unless, of course, you boost working conditions, right? Because if I do that, then it's only 40 coins to maintenance, but I'm gaining 3 fish a minute, which is 48. So you can actually profit, I guess, if you increase productivity. Keep all that standard for now, but that's something to keep in the back of our minds, is if there's something that's really profitable, it might be worth it to boost the productivity. Okay, so now we've got some extra workers for soap. The soap need is 1 soap per 2,400 workers. So you don't need a ton of soap. And the way I'm going to build this is going to be 2 soap. It might be worth it to bring out the whips. Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I think we need another pig farm. And then I need 2 rendering works. Hey, Iron Wolf, welcome on in. Good to see ya. And then a soap factory. Oh, I'm 4. I need 4 steel beams.
Look sharp, the governor's here.
So this one is one where I actually would like to improve productivity. Let's see, how unhappy does that make people? 6? That's fine. Because the steelworks use up so many workers. Having more productivity here is going to be very helpful. And it's expensive. 200 upkeep. So, Iron Wolf, this is Anno 1800. It's like the other Anno games. It's a production chain focused game. So, generally your goal is to, like right now I'm setting up soap, and you have to have a pig farm that kind of, you know, gets you pigs, that gets turned into lye, or tallow, I mean. And then that can be made into soap. And then that makes your workers happier, which gets you more workers and money, and you kind of just keep going around and round. It's a city builder, like a lot of other city builders, but it's not necessarily... It's not quite like City Skylines, where it's just about building a city. There's a lot of production chains that you have to focus on. There is some combat. It's not a focus of the game, but there are some pirates, and you can build ships that have cannons. You do need to produce weapons, so I should actually build this now that I have steel. And then I think we're gonna, once we have soap, we're gonna be able to upgrade our workers into artisans, which is the 3rd tier of workers. But I think we should settle a new island before we do that. Because there's this island right here, which I know I'm gonna need the peppers from. And then let's see what the other islands are. This one has clay, coal, and iron. This one has a little bit of everything too, and grapes. Copper, limestone. Wait a second.
If it is customary for you to have guests,
I thought
then
I
would
told
be
her
quite
she couldn't
curious.
settle this one. What the heck? She didn't ask me maybe the second time? Boo. So let's... These shares are cheaper. I'm gonna buy one. 28,000?
They will
Maybe
be
that's
most
worth it.
disappointed I have lost ground.
And then eventually I'll start getting some income from that. And if I buy all 5, I think I get the island. So... It looks like she just did that. She doesn't even have any houses on it yet. That's hilarious. Okay, so we actually need to bring this guy back. We'll bring both of our ships back. I think I've discovered all the islands. Unless there's a couple more tiny ones like this hiding somewhere. You can also see the islands through the fog. Yeah, it's probably like King, with like the kind of like the slight Y sound in there that you can't really... It's not like Kiying, but it's kind of like King. If I understand the small amount of Chinese that I think I understand. Which I probably don't, let's be honest.
I like the...
So yeah, these guys are actually ready to upgrade if I wanted to, but you can see it's pretty expensive. You gotta have 2 steel beams, 2 bricks, 6 lumber. So we're gonna start with settling another island.
Her Majesty's finest. Flagship at your service.
Earl of Sandwich. We need to rename this. Duke of... The... I got nothing. Oh, if you just... There you go, you can get some random names. The Langostine. That's a horrible name. I love it.
Flagship awaiting instructions.
Okay, so transfer. We want some wood, and we do need 8 of that. So that's good. And then you, I probably want to bring, just to speed things up. We'll do some fish to start, and some bricks.
Attention,
So that's
the
a good start for an island, and I guess I'm deciding between these two now. I do need the red peppers, and I'll need grapes eventually, so I guess this is the island we're going with. And I want to settle on this side. Earl of Grey. I haven't unlocked tea yet. Even in my other playthrough where I got a little farther, I never got to tea. It must be a little bit farther into the game, or it doesn't exist. Okay, so I do want to get weapons going. So So we'll get a weapons factory over here. Keep building our streets, upgrade that warehouse. I want all the stone streets. I have lots of bricks, so we can afford it. Well, maybe I can't afford it, but I can afford some of it. So we can definitely upgrade these main routes, and that will allow me to get some more. Oh, I get it. You know, it's like Earl Grey tea, right? But what I'm saying is I don't know if we can actually ship tea in the first place.
Could be worse.
Let's see. Now, what's really good is when you get a new island, you can kind of produce even more of the stuff that takes a lot of space. So it's easy to, like... Yeah, okay, here we go. So we'll start with the trading post in the corner here.
Stations.
And then... Oh, it doesn't have enough room for all the wood. Okay, so then we gotta connect stuff up with roads. I believe this game isn't super moddable. I went on to try to look for some mods that gave me the kind of information I want. Like I was talking about with the trade route profit. And there were a couple mods that like did some very minor things. Didn't look very promising though. In any case, we definitely need timber. That's always a first priority on any island. And a warehouse. And then... Yeah, I mean... As long as you have a potato fertility, there's really no reason not to do schnapps here. So we'll do that.
Need more farm hands.
Hey, Apophenia, welcome on in. Frostpunk. Yeah, this is a little different than Frostpunk, but I'd say it's in the same category of game. For sure. We need some... Do potatoes grow everywhere? Potato, potato, potato. Oh, wait, no, this one doesn't have potatoes. They grow almost everywhere. This one doesn't have potatoes. I assume your starting island always has potatoes, though. That I would bet on that. Oh, in real life. Yeah, that's also true. Okay, so marketplace plus pub plus fire station. It's always the lifeblood of any residential area. Get these going.
Flagship
We have a
ready
little
for
bit more
orders.
wood ready to go. So we'll get a second chunk here.
There aren't enough of us.
Yeah, there's not enough. I get it. More people will show up. It is possible I should maybe pause something to let the lumber kind of take
I'll
priority.
put my feet up.
Yeah, we'll let the lumber build up a little bit. Or timber. I
Flagship
keep
at
saying
your
lumber
service.
instead of timber. Those are pretty similar. So Dave, I've wondered the same thing. I think the answer's kind of yes. The problem is in more efficient islands you get stuff like electricity, and then electricity makes things more productive. So I think it's a little bit of A, a little bit of B. So like with this island, since it has hops fertility, it's very possible I should just make a bunch of farmers, fill half the island with hops and peppers, and just send all that to the mainland. And then I don't have to grow hops here. So that, I think that's actually a pretty good idea, and probably what we'll end up going with. Now as far as steel,
I'm knackered.
we're using 2 here, and this is using less than 1. What does this use? 2/3, I think, is how that works. Because it's 3/2 of a minute, so it's using 2/3 per minute. But I have a total of 4 steel available. So I do want another steelworks, now that I can afford it in terms of workers. That's using 2/3. So we want... This is where it gets complicated. We want these... I'm just gonna go out on a... Let's start with 0 again.
We lack the requisite materials.
So together these each use 4/3. Gosh.
No harm in a bit of fun, a bit of filth. Keeps the oil lit when work's waned.
So we have 12/3. This is 8/3. These are 2/3. If I'm doing all my math correctly. So 2 plus 8 is 10/3. So we have 2/3 available more, which is a 25% increase on using 4/3. If each of these use 5/3 instead, that would be better. So I believe 25% is what we want. If I'm mathing it correctly. And then that'll use up all of our steel. So I guess we'll find out after a couple minutes if steel's kind of neutral or not.
You reach a new milestone.
Okay, so back to our little village here. I think we can turn schnapps back on. And we are going to need some fish. Connect that up. And we're going to need some work clothes. We'll just start with 1.
I could simply go to press.
And build some more houses. I want more money from you. There we go, publish. And then we can see here this island's losing money. For example, it's minus 325. But then my main island is plus, 700, so those start to balance out. Alright, and we have some extra farmers, so let's upgrade a few more people to workers. And then you start having to get artisans, and then you have to get... What's after artisans? Engineers, I think. It gets pretty crazy. Gets pretty crazy. So we actually... Oh, I guess we should probably have like the minimum stock on every item. Just so I don't have to think about it when I start selling it or trading it away. I wish I went by 5s. So what I can do now is you can set up what's called a charter route, which is just for moving goods between your islands. And so I can, for example, move... I don't have it yet, but I will move peppers. But like I could move potatoes from this island to this island. And, you can move that amount per trip. And so it does cost money. I don't know if the 50 is per trip or per minute. That's a pretty big difference. But I believe it's... Well, I actually don't know. I'd have to... Let's investigate. Let's make a charter. Just for example. For maybe... lumber. And we'll just move 10. And so then that hires someone else, basically. Oh, that is on average. So a charter route costs 50 on average per minute. Which means it's better to just build your own schooner, because those only have an upkeep cost of 15. So yeah, I'm just gonna build another one of those.
However we may.
There's really not much of a reason to do a charter ship. Yeah, I don't know. I don't totally understand. I guess it just keeps you from having to build your own ships, which can save things or be helpful, but we're just going to delete that route. And I'll make an actual trade route to use my own ships, because I want to go and give bricks to the new island. So we'll just kind of infinitely transfer bricks over. And we need to set a minimum stock. We have one. Okay. So then you'll see here, it'll grab as many bricks as it can to keep this from going below 200. And there it goes. Looks like I'm out of something. Freaking work clothes, man. They are annoying. Also, the pub's not quite getting to that corner. Maybe this will help.
Ship constructed.
Alright. Does the pub get here now? Maybe? Looks like it. Okay, so work clothes. Let's,
I'll do.
let's make another one.
Your people are rioting.
And then I am gonna need more sheep, I believe. Did we ever figure out the curious case of why I'm getting 11 wool when we should be getting 8? Still haven't figured that out. And that's only 187%. And it's still making 10? What is... Am I just doing the math completely wrong? Wait a second, what is that? Productivity plus 100% plus extra goods? What is the plus extra goods? I thought it just doubled. Does it do something else too? Huh.
Know
It's
a
the
few
plus
what's
1
turned
out
to
of
factory
3.
work. Hands mangled in machines. I'll
So that's
take
why I'm
them
getting
inside,
10.
thank you.
So I actually get 5 from each sheep farm, because somehow that gives me an extra wool, but I don't totally understand why, but it does. That now explains it. Okay. Well, that makes the silos even better. I don't totally understand it, but it makes them very good. Okay, so we'll do one more sheep farm. And that should allow for... Oop. Don't want to do that. Okay, that should allow for like 2 more framework knitters, at least. Slightly more. Okay. So yeah, we're definitely missing some farmers right now. And Schnapps going down too. How are potatoes? We're using all the potatoes. Couple more potato farms could be good. Maybe over here. That'll do it. So 2 more, and then 2 more schnapps distilleries. Probably should upgrade that
The strike has
warehouse.
ended.
Oh, there was a strike. Whoops. Guess that was a thing. Maybe I do need a police station somewhere. Just fights riots, though. I don't know if it actually prevents strikes. Okay, so now we definitely have a shortage of boikas. Or farmers, I mean.
Ain't perfect, but what is?
And the pub can't quite get to this corner. Actually, neither can the marketplace. So it's time for a new marketplace. Down this way. Okay. I probably could have gone a little further, but we're going to need all this oil at some point too. Alright, that should be good for farmers. Then...
An empire covers...
Oh, I keep thinking I'm set to north, and I'm not. I moved the wrong direction. Okay, so this island, Ronsi. What do we want to call this island? I don't feel like Ronsi is a good name. But we are definitely going to want lots more farmers, so let's keep getting those set up. That probably will need another fish. And then... sheep. Now, I don't have grain here, so if I wanted to do the silo thing, I would actually need to bring grain in, which might be worth it. I don't actually know. But for now, we'll just do basic sheep farm plus 2 those and a warehouse. Okay, and more work
Sweet as
clothes.
honey.
That'll... Wait, did I already do work clothes? Hold on. Oh, I did. Well, now I have a ton. Schnapps. Well, if we're gonna go a ton, then we'll go a ton. Need 1 more schnapps then. Okay, 72 out of 72. So 3 schnapps, 3 work clothes, which is really 6 of each. And then fish, we need slightly less, but we'll still need 3. And then this will support... well, it's really 6. This will support about 1,800 farmers. So I can really go ham on these. Once I have more timber.
There ain't enough of us.
Yeah, there will be enough of you. Just gotta wait for some people to move
There's
in.
dancing in the barn from dawn till dusk.
Chillax. And then I'll be able to grow all sorts of things. Okay. Population's looking pretty good. I am probably gonna start upgrading to artisans finally. Yeah. I think we're gonna be ready for that soon. Maybe let me finish upgrading these streets. Okay, I think that's it. Now This won't quite fit, but we can fit a few more. And then uno mas. Okay. Because artisans, you need so many of them. It's crazy. So if this is going to be where artisans live, then we're going to need a lot. Ooh. So influence goes up as your global population goes up, so that's one big factor. And, oh yeah, we were buying shares of this lady's island. Still no revenue from it? What are you doing with yourself over here? Come on. It's a lame amount of revenue. You have five measly farmer residences.
How about a cup of coffee?
Boo.
You've been playing for 2 hours.
2 hours? Yeah, and I'll play for 2 more. Dang it! Don't tell me what to do. I will drink some water. So yeah, I mean, I could afford another one, but they're expensive, and I really kind of need to wait until I have more money. Okay, there's a quest here. What do you got for
Fancy
me?
making hay while the sun shines, master?
My livestock. They all ran away. Find them. Okay, find and collect the farm animals. Well, there's some.
Clean as a 3-legged goat.
That was hard. So this affects grain farm and red it never gives you enough time to read it. Gosh. So a vegetable grower equipped in trade union, and it reduces the maintenance cost of grain farm and red pepper farm. Not amazing. I just hit the wrong button here. So grain farms cost only 20. Red pepper farms are a bit more, I think. We'll find out here in a second, because we're ready to upgrade to artisans. So we'll upgrade a chunk here. Let's start with 30.
You reached a new milestone.
Ta-da! New status, city. Go us. So now you can see the artisans. They live in these little brick houses, taller,
You
3
reached
stories.
a new milestone.
Ah, docklands pull world into new era. So yeah, you can build docklands. We'll get to that in a while, but so they still need beer, but they no longer need schnapps.
So let me show.
Here's the sort of caper I had when first starting out.
Go away, go away. Okay.
These fabled lands. Let's extend
So-
the seductive charm.
Expeditions are how
Farmer's life
you.
may be
Oh
humblest.
my goodness! Stop talking to me. Expeditions are how you get to the new world and stuff. So we'll do that eventually, but essentially, you still need the new things that were needed. Whoa, some lag here. But you don't need the old things. And so the things that only farmers need, you don't need here. Which is cool.
You give us a voice.
I'm already out of beer. That's not good. Yeah, artisans need a beer for every 975, and workers need a beer for every 1300. Don't I have 2 beer, though? Oh, no, I only ever built 1 of these because I didn't have enough, whatchamacallit, steel beams. So there we go. Okay. Because we had enough hops and malt house and grain farms. Cool. Okay, and I do need more. I just used up a lot of my workers, so we need to upgrade all those back to workers. Okay, so in the artisan world, you get a new building material, which is windows, which is a combination of sand into glass plus wood. Then you have a new food, which is iron plus goulash, which is cattle and red peppers. And the red peppers are what I was talking about, needing. Town Hall allows you to provide items to residences and public buildings, whereas the Trade Union is bonuses to production. And then there's another good that they need, which is sewing machines. You can get a variety theater, which is kind of like the church or the pub. You get these new Docklands buildings, so a repair crane, a pier. You need the Docklands main wharf. Public mooring is like one of the DLCs, allows visitors and tourists to come. And then rum. Rum is the final luxury good they need, I think. Is that right? No, and fur coats. Yeah, I forgot about fur coats. Fur coats are locked right now, but I will need them. So then the rum actually needs sugarcane, which can only be built in the New World. So you either need to buy that from another AI player, or you need to send. This music is killing me. It's still too loud. Or you need to actually establish the New World. And so if you look at the world map, right now we only have the old world available to us, but you send an expedition, which kind of has a little, I don't know, it's, you like assign a ship, you bring rations, and it kind of like every couple minutes you get to, it's almost like a choose your own adventure type thing, and then the expedition finishes, and then you have access to the New World, which is a whole nother map, which is cool. So we'll have to actually probably build a boat and prepare for that. I think a frigate actually should be fine, so that we can send that to the New World. And looks like our little village here is doing just fine.
Pull up.
Could use some more farmers, because we're going to need red peppers here. So red peppers only use farmers, but the maintenance cost is pretty big, so this is where a trade union could be worth it. And the island's not huge, so I need to think about where I want red peppers. I could probably fit like 4 of them here.
We put our love into this.
You need 108, which is actually quite a lot. Quite a lot of spots. Okay. So you'll fill that.
You need
You'll
a
kind
warehouse,
of
you do.
go this way too. Fill in all the gaps. This looks like a weird way to do it, but it works fine. Because it ends up using up all your available space in the ways that you want to. So we still can have this space for more farms later if we want. The only annoying part is now this is completely disconnected from road. Like, I can never build a road through here, but that's fine. Yeah, so throw a warehouse down here. Connect this up to the main road. And then I could raise cattle here as well, but they're going to want grain. So maybe I'll raise cattle on the other island. And then I actually do want a trade union, because we can equip... Oh, the items actually have to be transferred, don't they? So I have to grab the item from Krydania, which is you, and then send you over to Bronzy. Bronzy. It's not a good name. I shall call you Uber Pepperland.
Coordinates plotted.
The 4th.
Ship
Oh,
constructed.
that's all the letters I get. Lame.
Adjust the sail.
Lame. Okay. So that'll take a minute to get there. My frigate is done. Frigates have military weapons, which can be good. So then we have expeditions. So we want an expedition to the New World. That's where we can get
Time to
rum.
rummage in the old sea chest.
We assign a ship. That will be this guy. And then you can add materials to help with like rations, for example. So I can bring pigs. That increases their morale because we have rations. And then crafting, I believe,
What's on land is
yeah,
for land.
timber works for that.
What's at sea is my business.
And then that brings their morale up. And then I guess I can just bring some steel beams to settle more islands in the New World without having to make steel there. That'll be enough for 3 islands. So, okay, so you start that expedition. And then Toto can transfer the grower lady, and now we can equip the vegetable grower. Oh, that's the warehouse. There we go. So at the cost of 50, we are now saving 200. Obviously worth it,
One final look.
because these cost a lot. And yes, I would love to... Ooh, propaganda tier 2. Nice. 10% more income. And I'm still not really using my influence for anything, so... So yeah, and then you get these bonuses. So if you're using a certain amount of influence on these different
You gained
categories,
an influence bonus.
then you even get a bonus for that. So the expansion one is actually really good. You get free workforce on every island. So that's a really big deal. And the more islands you settle, the more influence you use. So you just have to settle a lot of islands for that. Yeah, heck, look at this. Getting so much money. That's awesome. 3908. I can buy another share of the island she stole from me.
Your kind
Yes,
interest
please.
is perhaps not as helpful as you may think.
Oh, it's helpful, just not to you. Let's try to remember who we're trying to help here.
New orders.
Okay, and then this guy, we want to modify this trade route, so we will unload bricks, but we will load up peppers. So then he'll go back and forth and bring peppers back. So there you go. And then the main island, we can start building the production chain for canneries. We do already have 4 red pepper farms, so that's 2 per minute. So then in terms of cattle farms with silos, I think we'll only need 2. So let's try to put these over here. So the silo, and then 4 pastures. Maybe doesn't quite fit nicely, so we'll do that. Pepper pots. Ooh, that's a good idea. I like that. Go with the famous Marvel characters approach. Okay, and then we need another cow farm, a silo. There we go. So 2 cattle farms should be plenty. We'll see how the silo... Yeah, it gives extra goods. That's so weird. I don't totally understand, because isn't it already increasing the productivity? I thought that was the extra goods, but not quite. Anyway, that'll be all the cattle we need, and then we will need 4 artisanal kitchens, which need windows. Okay, crap. I need windows first. So for windows, I would like 4 a minute. So that means I need 2 sand mines.
To the edge of the world.
Maybe I'll put them over here so they're kind of more out of the way. Now, do they need warehouse? Yeah, they do need a warehouse, so we gotta still build one up here. So 2 sand mines, 2 glass makers. Go back to the industrial area. Two glass makers. We'll do that. Probably gonna need another warehouse up here, let's be honest. So 2 glass makers, and then we're gonna need 4 window makers, which is a lot. I will start with 2. Because otherwise I'm gonna run out of artisans.
Save me from this tortuous
A
perfection.
photography quest. I can do that. Photograph the duel. What duel? Huh. Where is... Oh, is this the duel? They're fighting. Why are they fighting right in front of the church? Dudes, come on now. Be nice to each other.
Rapture, rejuvenation.
Got a cake decorator, which allows for chocolate. Affects a bakery. Okay, cool. What other items do I have? Oh, so the silo gives 1 extra good, and maybe the other extra goods can come from trade union people.
I'm missing particular material.
That's probably what it
Always
is.
harder with someone at your shoulder.
Okay, so glass makers are working fine. Window makers, let's... Ooh, that's not good. We'll go an extra 10% at least, though. Get a little bit more.
Nice day for it.
Oh. Oh, wait, yeah, I keep forgetting. The silos themselves have to actually be connected to a road. I keep forgetting about that. Did I screw that up with the other ones? No, I kind of got lucky the way I set it up. Because I had totally forgotten about that. Okay, you're overwhelmed, so we need another warehouse somewhere. Keep upgrading streets. Okay, money's doing okay. Can I buy another ship? Oop. The heck? What did I just build? Just build a weird random road on my main island. I don't think so, but I heard the click like I had built something. That was strange. In any case, I shall acquire another... Gosh, I hate that I have had to spend $150,000 to buy an island that I was supposed to have. Very unhappy about that. Because I'm going to need zinc. There's no zinc on my island, and you need zinc for the engineers. So, I know I'll need that island. This one doesn't have zinc either. Uber Pepperland is still not profitable. I would like it to be profitable. I think adding more farmers could make it profitable. And I'm probably gonna need to copy this. Ta-da! Alright. That'll give me some more farmers. I should probably call it a YouTube video. We're over an hour now. But we are having so much fun, and we finally have windows. And with windows, I can build our goulash kitchen and cannery. So, maybe we'll finish with that. So I need... Technically, I need 4 kitchens and 3 canneries. But I don't have enough people for that. So we will at least begin with 1 kitchen and 1 cannery. And I just need a few more windows for that. And then we can also get large warehouses where we need them with windows, but it's much more expensive at 10,000 to upgrade plus a maintenance cost of 100. So large warehouses are not exactly cheap. I'd rather just build another regular warehouse. Okay, are we profiting here yet? We are. Uber Pepperland. And I actually need to build these. I didn't have enough timber. Now I can build another depot. So the island can hold a little bit more. So that's global population here. Oh, it tells you, okay. Uber Pepperland is only 1,000. I think we decided we could go up to 1,800 with the amount of stuff we have. So, okay. That's weird. Connect there, because I want to move my wood collection to up here, so I can fill this with people.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Uh-oh.
A fire broke out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You need a firehouse
Perils await us.
over by all this stuff. Crap.
Glad I ain't up the chimney.
No, the steelworks. Can at least finish the cannery now. So that's good. And for that, we need 1 canned food per 2925 artisans. So that should last a while. Although technically 1 cannery is not 1 per minute, but... Oh gosh. So many buildings on fire. This is bad. This is bad. It's gonna cost me a lot of resources to replace all this. We're gonna need more water than that, boys. Okay, they finished that building. Now this one.
Be there tonight. You will eat it.
Okay, now I can mobilize extra ones, which helps. Put out the fires. And then I can
Stand to attention
renovate
for the boss.
the buildings once the fires are out.
It's like a prison here.
Alright, you get renovated. The other stuff I think just repairs slowly over time.
hell issues its flaming critique.
That's exactly what's happening. It's not just that the building's on fire. Hell itself is critiquing you. It's a little dramatic. Alright, canned food is going. So we should see our artisans
My ambitions exist mainly in the imagination.
soon. And canned food unlocks a lot more artisans. Oh, there it goes. So 4 more per building is going to help with the population. And a lot more coins, too.
The fire has been vanquished.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, did anything else need to be replaced, or is that it? Okay.
I had
we're
better
good.
leave it to set.
Sweet. Okay, well, for those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.